Hey guys, so today we are going to be doing another God rank PvP grind video. This is going to be, 1 hour plus long. I'll do commentary for like, a third of the video. But this is going to be with LOE. I did a video on this team yesterday, so there's not really much that I need to do in terms of explanations for this team. It is a very defensive team here. We have a double HP plus HP restoration bench. We have double defense coming from the Yellow Frieza plus his Zenkai ability, and we double defense coming from the Zenkai full power Frieza plus his Zenkai ability as well. So tons and tons of defense, tons and tons of HP. And we also have the HP recovery thanks to the Revival Frieza's ability to restore HP whenever he switches out for Lineage of Evil and Frieza Force characters, 5% HP. So this team is very difficult to kill. In terms of offense, they're actually not too bad because remember, we do have two Zenkai abilities, plus the Revival Frieza is giving 52% of blast attack from his Z ability, and then the LF full power Frieza giving 35%. So for the two full power Friezas there, they are going to be doing tons and tons of damage, even though this is more of a defensive build. We obviously do also have, don't forget, the 3 unique equipments on all 3 of the main 3 characters I'm going to be bringing to the matches, so both the full power Friezas and the Revival Frieza. So this team is just very comprehensive, very, very good. And the one question that I got, I saw somebody asking this in the comment section on the video yesterday, was talking about the green pod Frieza. I actually do think like a green unit is something that this team does need. The green pod Frieza definitely is good. I'm not saying he's not good, but the main reason why you used to bring that green, I say used to, but it was like a period of like 3 weeks where he was like really good in LOE. The main reason why you would bring him was to be a sniper to deal with the Ultra Gogeta mainly, but also sometimes the Vegeta side of Goku and Vegeta. But now that we have Chilled, and Chilled being so powerful against Bardock, and honestly just Super Saiyans in general, I feel like Chilled is enough to bring into matches where they have Ultra Gogeta and Bardock, so you don't really need that green pod Frieza as much as you used to combat that team, because that was really like your only tool that you had against Ultra Gogeta. Like you could one-shot him with that pod Frieza and stuff like that. But now with Chilled, the enemy's using Bardock, you just bring Chilled, and that's pretty much the end of this. And I think actually the first 2 matches of this video are against teams that actually do end up bringing Bardock, so we just go with Chilled there. But yeah, this is a pretty dominant team in terms of how many matches it took me to get from I think where I started to God rank. It was a pretty seamless grind, honestly. I don't even think I lost a single match with this team when I was grinding with this team up until God rank. I think it was like 20-0 or something, and I was just like a really smooth, easy cruise all the way to God rank. So very, very easy. It took me like an hour, I think, to get to God rank, or an hour and a half or something like that. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into match number 1, and we will move on from there. Alright, yeah, so first match, like I said, is against a Super Saiyan team with Super Saiyan Bardock, so we clearly are going to be bringing Chilled to this match, and things are probably going to be pretty smooth and easy because of Chilled. What does he get? He gets like 70% damage to the whole team or something when you face this Bardock, and then on top of that, he's also giving the other buffs against Super Saiyans and Saiyans. So whenever you run up against a team like this, I'm honestly pretty surprised that he would even bring Bardock, right? If you're somebody who's using a Super Saiyan team and you run into an LOE team that has Chilled on the team, guess what you do? You don't bring Bardock. It seems like it's a very common sense thing, right? But people still bring Bardock. It's ingrained in their mind that, oh, you have to bring Bardock every match. Because remember, not only is Chilled giving the massive buff in terms of actual offense to your team, but he's lowering the crit chance of the Saiyan team by 50%. So you're not even going to get your crits most of the time. So Bardock's effectiveness is essentially neutered by Chilled. And you can see throughout this match that I don't think he gets a single crit against my team throughout this entire match because of this. So it's like you actually hurt yourself by bringing Bardock against this LOE team. So yeah, if you're somebody who runs Super Saiyans, I mean, you just, when you find a team that has Chilled on it, you just don't run him. You just don't bring Bardock. You bring like Ultra Gogeta, you bring Super Vegeta, and then, one other Saiyan that you have in your team, one other Super Saiyan you have in your team. It's like not that difficult. So, I mean, there's I'm making this commentary, but there's like literally no way this guy wins. It's impossible, almost. Unless I get super unlucky or like I just play horrible. So, destroys my full hand there, which kind of sucks. You catch him with that so I can get the combo going with the green card. I think he ends up going into Super Vegeta here, I think. Yes, he does. So from this point on, you just go into full power Frieza, and I think I can just ult and kill this Bardock here, which I think I do. Just the damage buffs that we're getting from Chilled in this scenario is just way too high. So this Bardock is dead. There's nothing you can do about this. And then Super Vegeta's coming back in, so if we can kill the Super Vegeta, all he's left with is Ultra Gogeta. And even though Ultra Gogeta is a good last man standing unit, we have a revival character there for like basically a crutch that we can use. So there's like almost no chance he can come back from this. I go for Tapster just to stall out the lock so I can switch. Go back into Chilled here. I don't think I even used my main ability on Chilled. Yeah, it's still there. Honestly, probably should have used it earlier, but it doesn't really matter. This, again, very little this guy can do. He can pop my revival here, and if he does, our whole team is pretty much back up to full HP. So, yeah. Even though we, could have brought the Zenkai Full Power Frieza, I would say, honestly, you could honestly bring that Frieza over the LF one because of the damage. And this right here is what sealed his fate in losing this match. I've said this a lot of times before, but never, ever, we're just going to rush him and kill him here, but never, ever use a long-range blue card with Vegito unless you know for sure you're going to guaranteed hit them. Like, if the enemy uses a blast from long range and you could override with your blue card, then sure, but if you're just going to throw out your blue card like that, the chances of you losing the game goes up astronomically. So, yeah, just don't do that. All right, that's match number 1. Let's move on to the second one. All right, up against another Super Saiyan team. So you guys know what's happening. I swear to God, by the way, that this was actually the first 2 matches that I had. These were the first 2 matches that I had, both Super Saiyans with Bardock on them. And I was like, okay, I guess the game wants me to get God rank really fast this season. But I mean, there's really not much to really compensate on for this one. It's just pretty much a just massive beatdown against this team because of him bringing Bardock. Again, why did he bring Bardock? I'm assuming he had like Namek Goku on the team and stuff like that. He could have just brought Namek Goku. Would have been a much better decision than bringing this Bardock here. There's a mid-range strike for you. Okay, let's go ahead and pop the main with Chilled here. I think I do try and get my Vanish back, but I just don't have enough blasts in my hand to really chain and get the gauge back. But I do go ahead and throw this blue card after slide floating for a bit. Get the paralysis on Bardock, and I think I just go into him to reduce sub count so I can go into full power Frieza. And I think I'm just waiting for the paralysis, because once he does, I'm going to throw the blue card. So let's see if he gets paralyzed here. He does. I was too late on the blue card. I could have easily killed him there, but he's going to sidestep here, so I'll wait for it and go for the green. And from this point forward, I'm going to use the other green so that we can grab an extra blast card, so that we have enough blast cards in our hands so that we can approach him, so he doesn't know if we're going for a strike or not, so that we can maybe force him to switch. But I'm pretty sure this one blast card just kills. Yeah, there he's dead. I think I go for the main just to set up for the PV timing, and I think I do end up PVing this guy here. Look how fast this guy dies, by the way. Look at this. Yeah. That's why you don't bring Bardock against LE. But I clicked this ultimate just because I wanted to get his Vanish out of the way, and there's no, like, there's literally, it's an impossibility for him to win from the spot. Even with Ultra Gogeta, the best unit in the game, I don't think there's a, like, fraction of a percentage that he has to win this game. Especially because we have Chilled, and if we really, really needed to, we could sack Chilled off to get the extra damage reduction buff against Super Saiyans. But I'm just looking for the last Dragon Ball here. Don't draw it there, unfortunately. I know he doesn't have his Vanish, right? I don't think so. I switched to the Rival Frieza there because I was thinking maybe he will go for the Rush, but he does not end up doing that. He gets me in the sides up there, but that's fine. So the worst thing that could possibly happen is he gets our first life popped. I clicked the blaster to get the last Dragon Ball, so now we do have a Rush ready. So the second we get him into a combo, we're just going to rush him. And actually live the ult, which is insane. So catch him there, go for the strike with Frieza, and at this point we're just going to rush and end this match. So we'll move on to match number 3. Okay, heading into match number 3 up against our first mono purple team of the video. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of these throughout the video here, but this team really does not struggle that much against mono purple. I'd say the biggest threat with this team is definitely Vegeta from Goku and Vegeta, but other than that, there's not really much to worry about. Super Vegeta does 0 damage, and again, I really don't like that 2nd year anniversary Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in this team. I don't think he's good enough to be used just anymore on any team. Just period. I think like Revival Gohan is a better fit for this team. I think. I mean, I have to look at the roster, but honestly, I'm even tempted to say the free-to-play like Coat Goku is a better fit for this team too. Do end up PVing his Vegito there, so I go into this Frieza just to get some keybacks so we can continue comboing and getting our Dragon Balls filled up here. And the damage is pretty good. If I catch him on this main ability right here, we instantly win the game. There we go. He's dead. Yeah, goodbye, Vegito. How much does this do? 1.8 million. Yeah, he's toast. Goodbye, Super Vegito. For some reason, wasn't able to get the strike card on that. That is definitely a misplay by me. Goes back into his Goku and Vegeta. If he switches to Vegeta and goes for the blue card, we're immediately going to go into Revival, because Revival's job is to eat blue cards from this Vegeta. So here's number 1. We eat the first blue card here pretty well. Don't even get to half HP. I wanted to go for the tackle there, but he goes immediately for another one. He goes for another blue card, so this is actually going to pop my Revival, which is not what I intended to happen, but it is what it is. So let's get our second health bar there. Plus, this Frieza, once he revives, is actually like a monster. He does so much damage. Plus, you also have the, remember, the Dragon Ball Destruction and stuff like that. I went for the green there because I really thought he would sidestep, but he does not, which is unfortunate. But, okay, here's blue card number 3. We're going to survive this one, too. So this Frieza, this Revival Frieza, has survived 3 blue cards from the Vegeta side of Goku and Vegeta. That is pretty insane. Not really many units in the game that are not green that could do that. But end up getting 2 blue cards off there, and from this point forward, if we can find a way to kill his Vegeta, no, not this Vegeta, the other one, then we win the game. And look how little this does, by the way. One thing to note, too, one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of this second anniversary Vegeta on this team is, if we do manage to kill this Goku and Vegeta here, which I think we do right now, I think we just rush him with the Revival, yeah. The one reason why I don't like that second anniversary of Vegeta so much is if he's the last man standing, there's literally nothing that he can do. It's over. You lost. So, like, another unit that actually can fight back as the last man standing on this team, I think is just a better option, aka Revival Gohan, who, once he revives, is still one of the more deadly units in the game, I would argue, with that Super Saiyan 2 transformed version of him. So, yeah, look, he knows it's over. So it's like, why would you even use this Vegeta? But yeah, that's the end of this match. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, going into the next match, it looks like we have a God Key team with the Super Vegito in the leader slot. Interesting. I actually really dislike fighting Goku Black and Zamasu, especially with this team, because obviously we don't have any purples on this team that we usually bring in with the main 3 units, and the healing that they do plus the tanking is pretty annoying to deal with. But I go for the sidestep there just because I thought he was setting up for the blue card, but he actually was very patient there, did a good job of catching me off guard with that. I want to let this Frieza take some damage, but he goes for the blue, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to go into the Revival Frieza and take this. Again, we know how well this Revival Frieza can tank the blue cards for that. Vegeta get a PV. I'm going to go for the green here, just to, yeah, after the strike, I'm going to go for the green, just to see if maybe we can bait out the Super Vegito, but I think he actually switches to Goku Black and Zamasu, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually going to you. Pop that. Yeah, I want the bleed on this Vegeta. Any damage we can get on this Goku and Vegeta unit, I definitely want to get that in as soon as I can. Because what the bleed does essentially is it neuters and it nullifies their passive HP recovery whenever they use a card. So, like these little chip damages that we're getting in on the Goku and Vegeta with the tap attacks and the bleeds actually does add up to a lot of damage. I was looking for the rush there, but he ended up going the blue, so I had to switch. And look at that damage. That is this is type neutral to Goku Black and Zamasu, one of the tankiest units in the game. So I'm very happy with that. I think he goes into Vegeta here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does. I'm saving my rush, obviously, for the Vegeta and Goku, so if we can get that off, we pretty much just win the game, because, again, this Super Vegito, like, this team is immune to taking damage from Super Vegito, so he wins the clash there with a 995, but again, with this unit, there's not much he can do. Look at this. I switch into Revival Frieza just because I want to save the HP on the 2 yellow units for later, because I know it's going to come down to Super Vegito later, so... I end up clicking the main ability at like a really, really unfortunate time there, so he gets a free combo on me basically with him. And at this point, I think if he wants to combo me with this Vegeta, I'm probably just going to let him kill my Revival Frieza, because I don't mind that at this point. He does a good job of waiting, and I think he goes for the blue card here, so we can go into full power Frieza and pretty much just take a 0 damage. But the issue with this is he does destroy a Dragon Ball, so we can no longer try and aim for the rush. But I end up killing his Goku Black and Zamasu pretty easily with this full power freeze. That's pretty good. We do have the combo in our hand, so if we can get the bleed active again, I definitely want to do that. So there we go. And I think I do end up popping the main ability after this as well, because I'm like, can I kill him? I'm not sure if this will kill him, because remember, the main ability gives me 50% blast damage and 100% to the next blue card I do. So I'm like, please kill him, please kill him, please kill him. And of course, we were a little bit shy of being able to kill him, so that's unfortunate. But all the damage we've inflicted on him has definitely been racking up this whole time. And if you rewind that right there, that little sequence that I did, I actually misclicked. I meant to switch into Revival Frieza there before I attacked. So that was actually a misclick by me. Otherwise, I think we would have already won the match here, but it is what it is. Get the Revival with this guy again, basically back up to full HP on this team. He goes into Super Vegito, and he does make a rookie mistake here by using the main ability just like that. So not really much value out of the main ability there. I can go into you. He does a good job of catching me off guard with that, but again, there's not really much he can do here. I think what he needed to do was he needed to catch my full power Frieza on a switch-in, and then use the main ability to remove my cover cut. So that's really the only way I see him being able to win. But again, it's very tough, if not impossible, to beat this team with Super Vegeta. Like, what is he supposed to do here? If he ends up getting a rush, all I do is I switch into the Revival Frieza and leave the 2 yellows here. So he's really at a bad spot. And from this HP range, 2.8 million, I can very, very easily one-combo this Vegito without even needing a Rising Rush. So yeah, look at this. It's just, there's really nothing he can do. He goes for taps. He's just very desperate at this point. So we're just going to end the match here. This one combo will finish him off. You'll see. We do sub count with Revival Frieza there so we can bring full power in. Draw the blue card with you, and then use the blue card with full power, and that is going to be match. Alright, this will be the final match with commentary here, where we're going up against a Fusion Warriors team, and I would say that without a doubt, if you're using this LOE team, the #1 unit that you are scared of the most is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. The funny thing about this team is I don't fear any team really with this setup. Even like you know, Future is fine, Mono Purple obviously is fine. Fusion Warriors is fine, but the biggest issue is the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He is definitely the biggest counter, obviously with the anti-revival stuff on the Blue Frieza, and then the fact that we just don't have any type of advantage units over him. So if we can get a rush off on the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at some point in this match, I'm definitely going to take that, but I will definitely take a rush against Goku and Vegeta too, just because that Vegeta is very, very annoying. So whichever opportunity presents itself to me first, we'll take for the Rising Rush. So slowly whittling away this Gogeta's health. I'm using these green cards just to reduce sub count, and also because I'm searching for more Dragon Balls. Unfortunately, we just can't find any, so it's a little bit unfortunate there. I'm surprised he stays in and eats all this damage with Gogeta. So at this point, I think my main target for the rush is going to probably be Goku and Vegeta, just because he's already so low with Gogeta there. So go for taps there. There's our last Dragon Ball, by the way, on that strike card. So I go for that there. And I'm pretty sure he didn't have his Vanish, but I guess he did, so I was caught off guard by that. And he actually does click his main ability. I was actually like flabbergasted by the fact that he did that, because at any point he uses it here, I just go into Zenkai Full Power Frieza and tank it, and then we can heal it up later. So I am more than okay with this. So I just go into him there. The LF Full Power Frieza does get the 60%, well, 60% or below heal and you know, support buffs and stuff like that. So we're looking good. That did almost 0 damage, and he does end up going with a blaster, so I immediately click the rush just to make sure that we get this guy out of here. Again, I'm definitely fine with rushing this Goku and Vegeta just to get them out of the way. Again, this Vegeta is very a major nuisance on this team, so this is a major win for me, getting this guy out of here early. And Oob is not really a big threat, just because Oob, you can nullify his endurance via the LF Full Power Frieza or the blue card from the old Full Power Frieza. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to go for taps here just because I don't want to wait too long and use a blast, and he does blast armor and stuff like that. I'll take that gladly. Goes for another one right away. I'm going to assume these rushes here, so I back up and go with you. He doesn't actually go for a rush there, so this kind of sucks. I have to go into the other Frieza here. What I should have done right there, by the way, is use the green card to delay it a little bit, just so I don't have to waste my Vanish. Because he does the right thing there by going for a strike. He knew I didn't have Vanish. That was actually a good play by him. There's the rush, and of course, I don't know why he dropped the combo there, but I'm just going to dodge, and that's pretty much the end of the game, because there's not really much he could do here. He should have just aimed to somehow corner in my Revival Frieza and get him out of the way, but this Oob is going to do like next to 0 damage. Not really much he can do against me here. And honestly, we can just spend the rest of this match switching in and out of Rival Frieza, healing up, and like doing nothing almost, and we will win. So, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta using his rush and using his main ability and not killing the revival unit, or honestly any other unit on the team, there's not really much left he could do here at this point, which is why I think it's fine if you just want to rush the Goku Vegeta instead of the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So we're going to slowly whittle them down here. I believe his Super Saiyan 4 still has a cover change left, so he's probably going to bring him in right here. Didn't bother dropping the combo. He doesn't actually bring him in. Okay, that's fine. They're going to go for the main here. I was like a fraction of a second too late. If we'd caught him there on that tap blast, we would have killed him. He does go for the blast though, so he actually ends up living with a little bit of HP. If I go for another one here and he's dead. So goodbye, Oog. Now we have just Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to work with here, and there's not really much he can do again at this point. Get his Vanish out of the way, and if we can get one combo started here, it should be enough to end the match. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a lot more gameplay left for you guys to enjoy. About 40 minutes left, so until God Rank, and I do a little bit of matches after that as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you all in the next one.
お前ごときが俺を倒せるわけがないんだ。いなすか。はあ。お耳。バリア。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。今度はこっちからやらせてもらうよ。ま、当然の結果だね。お前ごときが俺を倒せるわけがない。やる。目障りだ。甘っ。ならどうだ。ならどうだ。いなすか。はあ。 るなよ。今度はこっちからやらせてもらうよ。死になさい。ちょっと脅してやるか。おのれ、もう許さん。調子に乗るなよ。すぐ生き残らず言い返しては返さんぞ。飛べ。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。勝つならどうだ。この程度で俺が止まるか。貴様ごときがこのフリーザに勝てるわけがない。サイヤ人は一匹たりとも生かしては。仮想生物だ。いやー、きっ寝てやる。寝ちまいな。なめんじゃねウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。死になさい。はあ、水溜りだ。はあ、逃がすか。はあ、寝てやる。もうなんだと。いやそこだ。いや虫けらが逃がすか。はあ、ここまでとはな。仕方ないね。ちょっと脅してやるか。なめんじゃねえ。絶対に許さねえ。許さねえ。もう息が切れた。 負けるか虫けらが仕方ないね。仮想生物だ。ゴミめ。逃がすか。はあ。仕方ない。そら。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。あっけなかったね。お前ごときが俺を倒せるわ。水溜りだ。死になさい。水溜りだ。ゴミめ。逃がすか。仕方なく。ゴミめ。息が切れたのか。当ててみろよ。逃がすか。ちょっと脅してやるか。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。 程度で俺が止まるか。もう息が切れた。貴様ごとこのフリーダに勝てるわけがない。サイヤ人は一匹たならどうだ。これどうした。お前はここで終わりだ。やるか。逃がさんぞ。私たちからは逃げられん。終わらせてやろう。甘い。襟をつけてやる。目障りだ。私たちからは逃げられん。笑ってやろう。ちょっと本気を出してあげようかな。ちょっと脅してやるか。身の程を知れ、下等生物め。お前ごときが俺を倒せるわけがないんだ。 勝つならどうだ。仕方ない。もう息が切れたのか。もう息が切れたのか。勝つならどうだ。虫けらがいなすか。ありえない。ちょっと本気を出してあげようかな。ちょっと脅してやるか。勝つならどうだ。この程度で俺が止まるか。調子に乗るなよ。なんと調子に乗るなよ。ならどうだ。もう息が切れたのか。ならどうだ。身の程を知れ、関東生物め。見せてやるぞ。 100% のフル関東生物だ。水溜りだ。サンマド。いや。いや。生物だ。飲み込む。この程度で俺が止まるか。カト生物だ。いや。ならどうだ。いや。カト生物だ。 こっちからやらせてもらうよ。ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。ちょっと脅してやるか。ならどうだ。今度は死ぬかもね。バカな。いなつか虫けらが。いなつか。いやおのれ。もう許さん。飛べ。死になさい。絶対に許さんぞ。なんだと。ならどうだ。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。過去生物だ。仕方ないね。死になさい。あっけなかったね。お前ごときが俺を倒せるわ。マンキいなすか。俺が守ってみせる。今度はこっちからやらせてもらうよ。もう息が切れたのか。仕方ないね。 もう行こう。今度は死ぬかもね。勝つならどうだ。いなすか虫けらが。いなすか。はあ、何だと。みんなの願いをこの一撃に込める。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうでも。終わらせる。やあ、じゃあ加藤生物だ。いや俺が止まるか。加藤生物だ。虫けらが。やろう。はあ、俺に殺されるべきなんだ。俺を倒せるわけがない。サイヤ人は一匹たりとも生かしてはおかんぞ。もう息が切れたのか。仕方ないね。もういこう。仕方ないね。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさ さい。今度はこっちからやらせてもらうよ。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。ならどうだ。虫けらがいなすか。身の程を知れ、下等生物め。お前ごときが俺を倒せるわけがないんだ。調子に乗るなよ。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。そろそろ終わらせてやるぜ。目障りだ。いなすか。調子に乗るなよ。ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。みんな負けるか。身の程を知れ、下等生物め。見せてやるぞ。いなすか。ちょっと脅してやるか。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。ウォー ーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。虫けらがいなつかチェックしよう。おのれもう許さん。さあこのショーを始めようか。今度は死ぬかもね。はっこの程度で俺が止まるか。ちょっともう息が切れたの。ならどうだ。一匹残らず言い返しては返さんぞ。消えろ。もう息が切れたの。負けるか。ならどうだ。この程度で俺が止まるか。いなすか。虫けらが。身の程を知れ、下等生物め。お前ごときが俺を倒せるのか。いなすか。はあ。 目障りだ。はあ。ゴミに。もう息が切れたのか。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。身の程を知れ、下等生物め。